What's up? Welcome back to the House of Tarot Tallahassee. I am K Daz, and welcome into your Mars placement and what it do. So our Mars placement is how we come off. Our Mars placement is what gets us motivated. Our Mars placement is how we passionately attack or maybe not attack in the bedroom. Our Mars placement is the deciding factor if we might jump on somebody or not. Our Mars placement is, like I said, it's the motivator. It's what's going to encourage us. It's going to inspire us. It's going to motivate us. And it's going to keep us going depending on the placement. You know what I mean? Depending on your Mars placement, you may have a get up and go fiery Mars placement, or you may have a more chill Mars placement that's like, well, I'd rather think about it before I make a move, or I haven't really decided on whether I want to do that yet kind of placement. So we're going to talk about your Mars placement and how it allows you to kind of show up in the world in regards to how you come off. You know what I mean? Like, so we know that our rising is almost like our outer appearance. Like a lot of people say it's your mask. You can say it's our clothes. It's just like what you see from somebody regardless. It's like, it's the default energy. You're going to see the rising regardless, right? Now, the sun is what you're probably also going to see from a person, depending on like if you hurt their feelings or if you poke them, if you get them in any kind of like mode of, you know, just like, if you get their emotions going, you know what I'm saying? So really, depending on the type of emotion, it could be a couple planets paired together, but definitely the moon is going to be the planet that you would look at for those emotions. But if we talk about the moon and Mars together, those energies can also talk about how that person could actually, you know, move or how they are going to be about a certain situation. So like I said, Mars is going to be, like how you come off, and yeah, it's gonna be how you come off, right? And this is not in like in any kind of particular scenario or situation. It's just, you know, just the energy that you give in regards to how you move in the world. Okay, best way to say it. Let me scoot my chair. I feel like I'm real far back. Okay, yeah, that's better. Woo, felt like I was a mile away. Okay, so we're gonna start with Aries, go to Pisces. You know how we do, whatever. Woo. Make sure you like the video, comment, share, subscribe, all of that good jazz. All right, so Mars placement. So Mars and Aries, how you gonna come off? Mars and Aries is kind of brash. You know what I'm saying? Like Mars and Aries definitely don't have a lot of time. They definitely not patient in situation. Mars and Aries is definitely, I gotta get there now, I gotta go, right? These are the people who may seem impatient, but they just have a lot of like fire energy. They have a lot of like a lot of built up or pent up energy that they have to express or move out. So a Mars and Aries individual, like I said, this person could come off kind of brash. They could also just come off as if, like I said, like they don't really have a lot of time. Like it's like you talking to them and they like kind of off, you know, off to the distance. They off to the next stall or off to the next, you know, place, whatever. You're like, wait, I'm talking to you, and you steady walking out the door. They very much probably got like a Mars and Aries kind of like, I just gotta go. Yeah, my energy is expired here. Very much. My social battery is dying here. I must leave. I must go. All right, so Mars and Taurus. Mars and Taurus, this is going to be someone who is slow to start something, but definitely they're definitely going to be the person that you can depend on. Mars and Taurus. Now, Mars and Taurus is going to be the energy of please don't tell this person what to do. Please don't try to make this person, you know, fit into anyone else's schedule or idea of schedule or whatever it is. Mars and Taurus is definitely moving at their own pace. These are the people who move at the beat of their own drum. Very much Mars and Taurus energy. Also Mars and Taurus energy is, I see like Mars and Taurus energy of like these are the people who, like, in their neighborhood, for whatever reason this is coming to me, just, put it down in the comment at the bottom if this is you, if not, whatever. But what just came to me is, like, these are the people who in their neighborhood or in their environment, like, they're going to be, like, known, like, at the gas station and, like, different, like, they, like, stopping at all the little places. Like, they taking their time getting home. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, let me stop in here. Oh, let me go here. Like, Mars and Aries is going from work to the house. Like, I got to go home, do what I need to do, or whatever, or go to the gym or whatever. But it's like a boom, boom, bam, bam. Mars and Taurus to me is more like Driving Miss Daisy energy. I don't know if y'all know about that movie. If not, check it out. Really good movie. Just kind of like, coasting. I'm just, I'm here for the experience vibes. All right, so Mars in Gemini. I feel like this energy could come off flirty, right? This energy, kind of like Mars and Libra, but I feel like Mars and Taurus can come off a little bit more flirty, a little bit more sensual. I'm sorry, what did I say? Mars and Gemini, I'm tripping. Mars and Gemini can come off a little, Mars and Gemini can come off a little bit more flirty. And I feel like Mars and Gemini is going to be that energy of, like, the people who ask you a lot of questions. Like, when they're getting to know you, I feel like Mars and Gemini is like they like kind of hitting you with the questions. Like, okay, so where you from? Where your mom from? Where y'all stay? What kind of car you drive? Where you work at? Like that's like a Mars and Taurus. Like, Mars and Taurus, they are inquisitive and they move based on their inspiration. So these are also people who move based on, like, when they're inspired to do something or do or to feel something. That's a good way to say it. Like, they move off of their passions and things that they're inspired to, things that they're driven to. You know what I'm saying? So, going to, wherever you're trying to get them to go to at 2 a.m. in the morning, it may not inspire them, it may not intrigue them, it may not be giving. So they may not be along for the ride. Like, I feel like these people, definitely, I feel like Mars and Gemini, are we on Gemini, right? Yeah. Yeah. I feel like Mars and Gemini people definitely have to have somebody else on a ride with them. They definitely want to have, like, a companion or a pal, kind of riding it out with them, sticking it out with them. And I also think they're going to be, like, their approach to, maybe I should have said, like, the signs approach to a conversation. Maybe we'll put that in there. Like, so, like I said, Aries would be kind of brash, kind of short, kind of like, it is what it is. Gotta go right now. Taurus, Mars and Taurus is, like I said, this is like more of methodical, picking out my words closely, or how I'm going to come off to you closely, or not closely, specifically. Gemini, like I said, this is just that, like, endless banter, like, they coming off asking 1,000 questions. They want to know all these little small things about you, to where you like, this person is like TMI, they too much. Like, they seem too much. But I feel like that's Mars and Gemini energy. Mars in 3, 4, Cancer. I feel like these people are driven based on not only their emotions, you know what I mean? Not like Gemini based on their inspiration. Like, I feel like Mars and Cancer, these are the people who, every other day, like, they have a new passion or desire or drive to do something. Like, because, the moon is changing every 2 days. So it's definitely affecting that Mars energy or your Mars placement. So a Mars and Cancer, I feel like these people also, they move based on their roots, their bonds, the things that they can trust, the things that are tried and true for them. So these are the people who, they may go all out the way for, like, their family, or not even say their family, but like a specific person in their family. But another person in their family, like, well, you ain't take me here, or you ain't do this for me. And they're just like, well, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I feel like it's very much Mars and Cancer. Like, I fuck with them. Not to say I don't fuck with you, but it's just not as much as I fuck with them. So, like I said, Mars and Cancer is definitely big on their roots. And when I say their roots, meaning, like, not only where they come from, city, place, state, home, family, tribe, whatever you want to say on that job, whatever it is in that moment. I feel like Mars and Cancer is the energy who is going to approach a conversation or just approach life in a way of I'll do anything for the people who I call my own, for my tribe, for my clique. And also too, these are the people who are consistently moving through life looking for that tribe, looking for that clique. And looking to see who could sit with us. You know what I mean? That's like Mars and Cancer energy. And this is also like fire and water. So also too, like Mars and Cancer sometimes can be like moody, you know what I mean? Like some days you want to, like I said, you're moving with the moon. So some days you are like super ready, amped up to do things. And some days you are just like chilling out, laid out, like you feel debilitated, like you maybe even can't move kind of thing. So that's also something to be said about Mars and Cancer. So like, don't beat yourself up of like, oh, I'm being lazy, this and that, and third. No, check where the moon is. See where the moon at. You know, see where you can gain your strength from in other areas of your chart and move in that way. Because, you know, some days it's like, okay, well, I do feel like laying in the bed, this and the third. But it's like, okay, well, I can still get some work done from the bed. You know what I mean? Or I need to be by the water today. I need to be close to the ocean, close to any kind of waves or any kind of creek, anything like that in nature. I can get some work done here with this meditation. I can get some self-work done because work doesn't always have to be, you know, work. So it's all about our perspective and rearranging it. All right, so let's move on. Mars and Leo. Mars and Leo, I feel like Mars and Leo can come off very charming. Charming in the way of just like, these people are bubbly. These people are just like, I feel like Mars and Leo, one, for sure, they're definitely go-getters. These people are definitely going to go after anything. They're going to get anything they're going after, just like Mars and Scorpio. But I think Mars and Leo is just really charming. And I think that Mars and Leo would be the energy of like a young child almost. You know what I mean? Like someone who has just like that innocence to them, that also just like nimbleness, like they just, you know, like very, very childlike. You know what I'm saying? Like these people, yeah, playful. You know what I mean? So these are the people who come off playful, who may be even touchy, things like that. Just like Mars and Taurus. I didn't say that. But these are people who need to touch and feel, you know what I'm saying, feel their way through life, feel their way through a situation. And that's kind of what allows them to activate that Mars and be motivated, right? That's Taurus. But going back to Leo, Mars and Leo, like I said, this energy is very playful. And so these people will come off in a very childlike, possibly innocent way. Hold on, let me try to get my thoughts together real quick. And then Mars and Leo, I'm sorry, will probably just come off like sibling energy is what I'm getting to. Like it'll be somebody that you feel like instant, like an instant, like little brother, little sister connection. Like they just like give off that kind of energy, or that's like the kind of vibe that they work in and under. Also, these people are very big on loyalty. You know what I mean? So moving with people who have a sense of integrity, who have a sense of showmanship, who show up on time. Mars and Leo is also people who are on time and they don't want you to not be on time. Let's talk about it. Like they are on fucking time. Let's talk about it. Mars and Leo also this energy is very very much like I'm here. Mars and Leo is like the I'm here energy. These are the kings and queens. Don't play with them. Let them go. Like, don't hold them. Like, yeah. So this is the energy of very much moving through a city like the president. You know what I mean? Like that's Mars and Leo. Even when they come in the room, they have presence and things like that. I wonder if Tupac had a Mars and Leo. But yeah, these are people, when they come in the room, they have a certain sense of presence, a certain air about themselves. Very, very regal energy. Also, I'm trying to think. Also, Mars and Leo. I feel like these people are very positive as well. They just have a positive disposition as well. People generally like flock to them like a flame. Like people like they attract people very very easily. Motivational speakers, that kind of thing. Moving on before we get caught up. Video already 15 minutes, Jesus. Mars in Virgo. Mars in Virgo, I feel like this energy is coming off very maybe standoffish a bit because Mars in Virgo is a perfectionist. You know what I mean? Like, these are the people like, get out of my way. If you're not doing it the right way, if you're not doing it, you know, by such and such standard, like, you know, I'm not even having it. Mars in Virgo is an energy of, again, like I said, like checking all of the details. So even on your, like, how you could come off, or how you could how you could come off either in a conversation or just in general, is a person that's very calculated. So people even may think that you have something up your sleeve. Because like I said, you seem kind of standoffish a bit, Mars and Virgo, and then you seem very calculated. So it's like, who the fuck they trying to kill? Who the fuck they trying to take out? What money they trying to steal? You know, not trying to say that about y'all like that, but I'm just saying, like, that's the energy of a Mars and Virgo energy. But also to a person who is heavily built on service. Like, so let's just go to the other side and look at it a little more positive. You know, my Scorpio ways. We got a full moon coming in Scorpio. You know, we might as well go to the dark side, but I want to come to the light. Let's come back to the light. So Mars and Virgo on the light side can just be like someone who moves in a sense of service, in a sense of purpose, to serve others. So this is like a Mother Teresa vibe, a person who is all about like helping the homeless, or not even the homeless, but just helping society in a way of enhancing their life in whatever way. But definitely something that has to do with health and beauty, things like that. Mars and Virgo is definitely big on those things, or allowing that to be a mission in their life, right? So helping people align with those things. Mars and Virgo will come off, like I said, they'll come off, I already said they'll come off like kind of standoffish, kind of critique-ish. But also Mars and Virgo, when it comes to like your work ethic and stuff like this is a person who is obsessed about, again, working and achieving, but mostly like getting the work right, getting things organized, things like that. So I feel like Mars and Virgo on a daily, you know what I mean? Like, you are moving towards finding more structure in your life, or more of a routine in your life. And you move off of that, kind of like Mars and Leo. You probably ain't gonna be too late either. Like, on some, like, we say we're 6:30. I got somewhere to be at 7. Like, I can see Mars and Virgo having a consistent schedule, and always having something to do. I can see that also with Mars and Virgo. But, you know, don't burn yourself out, Mars and Virgo. Don't overwork or whelm yourself with having so many things to do, or trying to structure other people's lives and things like that. So, okay. And I know I'm like a little bit all over the place, but welcome to my videos. This is what we do. I just know I've been wanting to talk about a certain planet, and then here we are. So I hope you've enjoyed this thus far. I've enjoyed you being here. I can feel the energy. Feels good to be up close. Yeah, so moving on. Mars and Libra. Your mind. This mind here, the Mars and Libra. These people come off, or they can come off, indecisive. You see the video all over the place, looking for balance. Okay. Yeah, so Mars and Libra, we think about it before we do it. So like I said, comes off indecisive, and it's giving indecisive, and it's giving we are spending too much time thinking before we are actually making the moves to do things. So it's like, these are the people who are hardcore planners, or hardcore, maybe not even planners, but just like hardcore, like strategists. Like, okay, what about this way? What about that way? What about this way? What about that way? So they could come off like devil's advocate in a conversation, you know, kind of like always looking at both sides of a story, both sides of a situation, understanding it from both sides of a situation, and kind of being the neutral friend, or the friend that's in the middle. They can come off in that way. Also, when it comes to like Mars and Libra's work ethic, this could be honestly, I feel like it's like a neutral energy. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely, Mars and Libra definitely needs other people to work with, but don't have to have someone working with them, if that makes sense. But yeah, so it's like having that and needing that neutral balance within work, in regard to um knowing your boundaries in work. I'm just gonna go into this whole nother realm, but just knowing your boundaries in work, Mars and Libra, knowing that, like I said, you definitely may need people in your work environment, but you don't have to always be working with somebody. That kind of thing. I don't know where that came from because I ain't got nothing to do with what we're talking about now, but let spirit guide you and let the messages, take you. All right, so Mars and Libra. Maybe that was me talking to myself, giving game. I'm here. Thank you. Air 5. So Mars and Libra, like I said, can come up in the same. So Mars and Libra also it's like we move towards like the shiny objects in life. Okay, so we like move towards the shiny objects in life. And so with that being said, Mars and Libra, I hope that this did not end my video. We're just gonna sit here for just 2 more seconds while things lunar eclipse themselves away. Okay, we're still going. Woo! And God is good and the universe is always in blessing business. Okay. So Mars and Libra. I'm so blessed. Mars and Libra is the energy of I literally lost my train of thought. Okay, we'll come back if I have something else to say about Mars and Libra. If you have any questions, if you have anything to say about Mars and Libra that I left out, because I probably did, put it down below. I greatly appreciate it. Mars in Scorpio. All right, here we are. Mars in Scorpio. So, Mars in Scorpio is definitely like on some victory lap shit. Like Mars in Scorpio is like we're in it to win it. Like if they have set their mind to do it, if they have set it in their soul to do it, if they feel that it is their divine right and passion, honey, Mars and Scorpio is coming at you and they're coming at your neck and your throat and your chest. These are people who are going to not only get the job done, these are finishers, you know what I mean? So they go after things that they know they're going to be able to accomplish. They go after things that they know they're going to be able to complete. And even if they don't feel that they can complete it, they are going to give it their all and they're going to complete it. Like that's just it on period. Like Mars and Scorpio, that's finisher energy. It's going to finish it. It's going to get over here, Luke, let them have it. All that. Okay, sorry. It's just like it's very much that energy in life, not like beating up people, but just like you're doing this to life. All that was to life. So also these are people who are calculated similar to the Virgo, but this is more of psychologically like this is more of like getting in the minds of other people, like Mars and Scorpio. This is also the energy of being able to always reinvent yourself and people being able to witness that, like that you are a person, like I said, like you have that energy of like can't stop, won't stop. You know what I mean? Like, sorry, I'm gonna look at you. That's Mars and Scorpio energy. That's that can't stop, won't stop. Like that's that like, we gonna eat. Very much energy. And how you can come off like in a conversation or in a group setting. Mars and Scorpio can come off a little more intense than maybe the group possibly. And when I say intense, like it just depends on the conversation. Like it's not to say this person gonna come up there and straight be talking about death or somebody died or something like that. None stuff like that. But then again, they could. But I feel like Mars, and don't get me wrong, Mercury is about rules communication. So I'm just saying how this person, like how their energy is gonna come off. Like, you know what I mean? Like how they're coming off. Not like what they're gonna say. You know what I mean? Like we're not really getting into the communication part of it. And I feel like I should have said this is perfect to say during Mars and Scorpio because y'all like to get deep. Like, okay, but what about? So let me just clear that up. We're talking about just how the energy is going to present itself, how it's going, you know, how it's going to, right? Right, not the actual, like, the conversation or what you would be talking about. Mars is just how you're going to kind of, like, interject yourself in the conversation, or maybe not interject yourself in the conversation, how you're going to, how your presence is going to show up in a room, how you're going to come off, like, what you're going to be giving. What that one may be titled Mars, what you gonna be giving? What you gonna give? Yeah, so Scorpio is going to give. Scorpio is going to give, and Mars, they're going to give a deep perception of life. They're going to give they're going to come off a little mysterious, a little bit different from the Virgo, because like I said, Virgo gonna be standoffish. Scorpio is just gonna be more of like Mars and Scorpio people gonna be like, I wonder what they are, where they going, what they gonna do. Like, these are people who when you're younger and stuff like that, they already trying to map out your life. Like, I wonder, like, is this person gonna go on to play this or to do that or to be head of this? Like, that's so what it is. That's very that energy. Mars and Scorpio also is giving I want to feel like I want to redo the whole video and be like, it's giving. Because I mean, how many times can you hear that or not hear that? I mean, it's giving, if it's giving, it's giving, it's giving, it's giving. Okay, sorry. Mars Mars and Scorpio is also giving like I said, transformation. And everything they're gonna do is going to be something that transforms you or the lives around them. Like that is just gonna be it. Like, people gonna feel like, you know, like when you leave them, you make them better. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna push them to do more, be more, see more, think more, hear more, right? Okay, so I can go on and on all day about some Scorpio shit because, you know, big Scorpio energy. But we're gonna move on. Okay, Sagittarius and Mars and Sagittarius, it's giving big moves. It's giving big travels. It's giving the essence or the air of someone who walks in a room and takes up space, who takes up energy, right? This is the person who takes up. It's one thing to have presence, but it's another thing to take up space. And Mars and Jupiter definitely takes up space in a room. Is what it gives. Mars and Jupiter also gives the essence of moving off of your beliefs, moving off of how you philosophize life or how you see life. Philosophically, and it is a person who I feel like these are like, it's like shaman energy, like people who truly are moved by their beliefs, who are truly moved by the way that they internalize and externalize the world around them, culture, society, social society, like the whole nine, right? Like these are how these people move, you know. So these definitely community leaders kind of vibes, in my personal opinion. Mars and Jupiter. Mars and Sagittarius. That was my bad. I'm like, what am I saying out loud? All right, so Mars and Sagittarius. Yeah, so that's that energy. I feel like I said, in the workplace, or like how they'll come off in the workplace in that setting. This is probably, I feel like this would be the person who would be like a trainer or like HR department, like people who tell you how the job is ran, you know, like tell you about the beliefs, the morals, like, you know, like what is this job about? What does this job entail? And how do we go about this job, you know, ethically, morally, you know, with that, you know, I feel like that's like Mars and Jupiter energy. Those are like the things that they could probably even move towards in career and stuff like that. Let's see what else. Mars and Sag. I feel like these people know where all the good restaurants is at. Like, because Mars and Sag is always all over the place. They definitely always on an adventure, just like Mars and Leo. I don't know if I said it, but Mars and Leo cannot sit still, just like Mars and Aries. Like the fire signs, they got to go. Okay? Don't have time. TTG. Train to go. But yeah, so Mars and Sag, like I said, they definitely probably know what all the popping places is at. Bars, food, club, all of that. Because, we talking about the joys of life. Okay. What else can we say about Mars and Sagittarius? Um, like I started off like long distance, long travel. Like these are people who even may travel far for work and things like that. You know what I mean? Like these are people who don't mind that journey. That journey almost like builds momentum for them or allows them to temper in a way. So let me just get out. Let me just finish up because all right, Mars. I've been trying to do these things like in 10 minutes, and here we are, 20 minutes later, talk about Mars and Mars and Capricorn. I got the nerve not to know where we at. Mars and Capricorn. This is the energy of boss babe, boss boo, boss man, all that vibes. But this is like how you move. You move like professionally. Like you are like the person who is always making sure you are aesthetically pleasing. You know what I mean? Like you are just always well put together. So I feel like that's the kind of person, like when they approach you in a conversation, like, a person that's be talking straight proper, straight crisp, like, you can loosen up. It's not that deep. But they're very much, it's like, they're always at that level, I feel like. Or like how they come off is just like very like put together, which ain't nothing wrong with that, honey. Capricorn rising, I see you. Okay, I love it. Mars in Capricorn, these are people who are goal oriented. So they're going to move with people who align with their goals. These aren't people who, in my personal opinion, that are trying to make a lot of friends unless it's really aligning with where they are moving towards. Mars and Capricorn, they at work most of the time and they focused like that. I see that with them, or they're working on a project, working on something. These are people, not to say standoffish like Virgo or like mysterious like Scorpio, but I feel like these are people that almost bring a certain character to the room that you are interested by, but it's like, what do I say though? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, you don't feel afraid to approach a Mars in Capricorn, but you may feel like you're being undressed because you may be a little bit more lighthearted. Let me just say that. You know what I mean? Like, in a sense of, this is like stepping up to the boss. And it's like, what do you say to the boss after you say how you doing? Like, what conversation do you relate with them with, or like how do you relate with this person? So I can see that even the energy of like a Mars and Capricorn, like, reserved. You know what I mean? Like that's the energy, and that's kind of how they go about their day. Like, they're definitely reserving their energy, protecting their energy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they definitely have a tight schedule. And they're sticking to it. I can see that for sure. 100%. All right, so Mars and Aquarius. So this is energy that, I mean, when we talk about Aquarius energy, it's so changeable. It's so like, not to say you can't put your finger on it, but you can't. So, it very much, I think Mars and Aquarius, these are the people who you won't see it coming, but they definitely have something that is going to be eye-opening, surprising, out the box. It's going to make you either think about it. It's going to make you want to be a part of it. It's going to make you almost like internalize or externalize, whichever word, whatever your placements are. Like, how the fuck did they come up with that? Like, they ain't even been on the scene. Like, I haven't even seen them. Like, this is Mars and Aquarius energy. This is like that sporadic, out of nowhere, coming out the box with tricks. You know what I mean? In a conversation, this is also that person who, maybe in the conversation, or you may not even see them in the conversation. They may have been in the crowd of people the whole time talking to you, and you may not even pay them no attention, whatever. And they just come out and they say the wildest shit, and now everybody cannot get their mind off of what they said, and they cannot get their mind off of the Mars and Aquarius all night long. They're just like, oh my God, who is this girl or guy? Like, came in and dropped this like bomb on us kind of thing. Like, this is that person in the conversation, or that person in the conversation who walks up right at the right time and says and confirms everything that you've been saying this whole entire time. Like, that's Mars and Aquarius energy. Mars and Aquarius energy also in the workplace. Like I said, these people are pretty brilliant, with their moves. You know what I mean? Like, because these people, Aquarius energy is the energy of intellect, right? So these people take in a lot of information. These people gather. These people research, and at the brink of a moment, or at the right time, whether the Mars and Aquarius knows the right time or not, this is how they trend set. This is how they lead. This is how they almost like shock the world, or shock the world around them in a way, because it's like they've been gathering this information, and their needle is so close to being on the pin. Whenever they like change the track, it's like it's almost like a universal shift, and it's like the right time for things to move into, into that new curve of almost like how they see things, or how things should be. Is kind of how it feels as well. I hope this is making sense for you guys, because this is so abstract. This is very Mars and Aquarius. Like, I think Mars and Aquarius is very abstract, but like I said, how they move on an everyday basis, or how they come off, or what they're giving to society, is just this unapologetic way of creating and changing new narratives, as well as being like a Houdini. Like, I feel like that when I'm thinking of Mars and Aquarius, it's like Houdini energy. You got fire and air. Air supposed to put out fire, but it still be burning. Like, how? Mars and Aquarius, how? But like I said, sometimes they be out for a little while, and before you know it, the fire blazes back up, and it's like, oh my God, that's honestly the perfect depiction. Like, that is like when you think you put a fire out, and you go in the back room, and or you go in the back room, you start curling your hair, or dancing to a TikTok, or you start living your life in a whole nother room, in a whole nother world, and you come back in, and the whole living room is on fucking fire. But then again, you just asked the universe to renovate your living room. That's Mars and Aquarius energy. Like, you can't make it up. It comes out of nowhere. It's always needed. Like, that's it. I'm just going to move on. Mars and Pisces, here we are, baby. We have come to you, and you have come to us. Mars and Pisces is beautiful energy, as far as... This reminds me of like the Mars and Taurus. Remember I said about like kind of stopping everywhere before you go home? Mars in Pisces loves to get lost. So these are the people who may even seem lost in the conversation. Like, what y'all say? It's like, you've been standing here the whole time. How didn't you hear us? Like, focus on something else, moving towards something else, moving towards a dream, moving towards manifesting things into my reality. Mars and Pisces as well. I feel like this is like a phenomenal manifester. These are people who are moving towards their manifestation. They're moving towards their desire. Like, they are like, it's like someone moving in the dream state, or in a dream, in how it would be to be in a dream state. You know what I mean? Like, these are people who, in my personal opinion, it's like they're moving off faith. Like, Pisces is faith. Like, you like, and it may be blind faith sometimes. You got to tune it in. Make sure it's substantial or solid, or whatever this is. But yeah. So I can see that. I could definitely see that with Mars and Pisces. Like I said, moving off of faith, moving off their beliefs, their spiritual essence, or ability to be guided. I feel like these are people who probably these are like your yogis and stuff like that. You know, early in the morning they're waking up, you know, doing their yoga, their meditation, they practicing, you know what I'm saying, getting you involved in things like that. Also Mars and Pisces, you know, on another energy, these are the con artists. These are the scammers. These are people who are moving with ill intent. And you know what? It's a couple other signs that I could say that for, but it didn't come out, so I'm just gonna let spirit use me and continue to say this. But yeah, so Mars and Pisces definitely can give that energy. Mars and Pisces also, like I said, these are people who move off of unconditional love, so they move with that intent as well to be loved, right? To be loved and to be loved. What is the question? Sorry. But yeah, they move off all that. So Mars and Pisces also is the energy, or it gives Pisces gives. You know what? I'm just having another thought right now. This is very Mars and Pisces. I done went off. Like, even though I'm talking to y'all, I'm like, why are these people calling me tonight? What is this weird ass eclipse energy? Oh my God. Okay, y'all. So Mars and Pisces is also giving. It's also giving. Oh, we ain't gonna say that. It's also giving. Yeah, I could give all of that. Okay, let's go lighter. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. Honestly, I'm gonna start the video there because, like, I hope that this was helpful, because this is all I'm here to do, is to try to help you better understand your chart, better understand things in your chart, better understand those around you. I hope that you guys are using this information and all information that you get using in regards to astrology for your highest good and for the highest good of everyone else that you know. Yeah, so I ask you with this message, or with this knowing, that to have integrity and to move on that. But other than that, we are at 40 whole minutes, so we are gonna slide. Again, like, share, comment, subscribe. House of Tarot Tallahassee. If you want to book a tarot reading, you already know where to find me. Everything will be in the description below. I'm still working on the Rising series, so if you ain't got it up there yet, it's coming, I promise. All right, y'all. Later.